tuition, and job placement assistance, you could start a new career in less than a year at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports to put the ball in play. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
Mark Trestman is the new head coach of your Chicago Bears. He's bringing his assistants from Canada and his crazy offense.
How about the annexation of Puerto Rico?
What does that mean to Brian Urlacher, Jay Cutler, and the rest of the Bears team?
You better lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Hockey's back in Chicago. We'll be along for the ride as the Chicago Blackhawks look to regain their top spot in the NHL and hoist Lord Stanley's Cup.
We're tracking the Bulls' push for the postseason and also following Derrick Rose's return to the lineup. That and so much more on the Pat Nash and Kevin Gibbons Show, Fridays 2 to 4 on SportsTownChicago.com.
Live from the Great Lakes Center, we've got an exciting college basketball. Yeah, that's that Final Four that's going on a little bit later.
Need to get that out of your head, Tom.
Yeah, goodness. We got some great volleyball action going on right now. The Michigan State Spartans are playing the Marquette Golden Eagles. Michigan State just defeated Bradley 3-0, and Michigan State defeated Bradley earlier 3-0, and then Marquette just defeated Bradley 3-0. So there should be a quality matchup. Two great teams here, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking Michigan State, you got to start with Lauren Wachinski. We saw what she did last time. She was tearing it up. Also, outside hitter Taylor Galloway, middle blocker Alexis Matthews, along with Jasmine White, who had a very good game. And then, of course, libero Corey Moser, only a sophomore. There's a lot to say about her as well.
Yeah, the All-American Corey Moser, the libero, number 1 in the white. Mm-hmm. And we're about to start it off. We got the Spartans, Golden Eagles from the Great Lakes Center. Here we go. And that's a kill for Marquette to start the game. Big kill by number 11, Lindsey Gosh.
And to finish talking about Marquette, expect Julie Jezierowski, the libero, Aaron Lehman, Lindsey Gosh, and Jackie Koken, who had a great game last game, to be factors.
Koken serves. Marquette back over to Michigan State. Sets it up, and there is a kill for the Spartans. It's Alexis Matthews, the 6'3" middle blocker from Detroit, D-Town.
She's 6'3", too. She's got a big size advantage out there.
Michigan State, and there's point for Michigan State. Michigan State has a very big front line.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. You got Matthews, 6'3". Maggie Halloran at 6'3". And then at 6'1", Lauren Wodzinski.
But Marquette, they've got speed, they got quickness, and they're crafty as they just get a kill right now.
This is going to be a very good matchup.
Elizabeth Koberstein with the kill from Madison, Wisconsin, the junior setter. Lindsey Gosh, power serves right now for the Golden Eagles back. And that's a cross-court kill right down the middle from Wodzinski, the All-American. She showed us earlier everything that she can do. She may be the best player here today.
And she's not messing around now to start.
3-2 to start. Moser, and she serves it out of bounds. It's going to be a point for Marquette. 3-3, and you can already see the excitement in all the players' faces and the fans.
Yeah, these two teams coming off very strong seasons last year. They know each other very well. I'm sure this is a matchup both we're looking forward to.
Rachel Steer from California serves it over the net. And there's another big, powerful kill right cross court. Lauren Wodzinski.
Very good spiker. Hit it right at a very good libero in Julie Jezierowski. Just barely out of Jezierowski's reach.
Jezierowski had a great match against Bradley. Back row attack by Gosh. She tips it over the net. Michigan State receives. Back row attack. Saved. Marquette. Cross court kill. Marquette. And that's going to be Number 5, Aaron Lehman from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Aaron Lehman, a very solid player, too. Good to see her answer back to those Wazinski spikes. She plays on the left side, too.
And we'll forgive her from being from Green Bay.
Sure we will.
And Marquette keeps it alive with a dig. Sets it over the net. Michigan State back set. Here comes Wazinski. Tips it over the net. What a great little dig. And that's going to be a point for Michigan State.
Yeah,
she says it's a lift.
Yep, hit the ground right in front of her. Good effort, though.
Wazinski back to serve. Comes from the corner up to the powerful serve. That's an ace. Wazinski has a unique style of serving. She comes from out of bounds, wraps herself around the corner, jump serve from right about the back service line.
Yeah, Rachel Steer in the backcourt unable to handle that one, very low, and it had a little curve to it.
And there's a big, powerful spin serve. Back set, though, been blocked by Michigan State. Nothing Marquette can do about it. Sparty, another point for them. You're starting to see the size and power advantage of Michigan State.
Couple of early errors by the Eagles. Let's see if they can rebound.
And Wazinski shakes things up by a floating serve, and it's a double block again by a number 14, Jasmine White, and number 10, Kelsey Culpers, the middle blockers.
Great job being in position by both of them.
Wazinski on fire. Powerful jump serve cross court, and it's out of bounds, and Marquette gets the side out. They catch a huge break. They end the run, and it's 8-5.
Nice play by Rachel Steer. She was about to hit, but she realized it was going to go out of bounds right the last second and stayed away from it.
Marquette serving. And there's a nice little dink over the net. And that's going to be a point. Michigan State. That's Taylor Galloway. And serving right now, Jasmine White for the Spartans. Serves it over. Marquette back set. And they get it over. Oh. And a big hit from Lindsey Gosh. Wazinski saves it. Wild volley going on right now. Gosh back, sets it up. And there's a cross-court kill for Marquette. What a play by Aaron Lehman.
Yeah, that was a close call. We couldn't tell if it went off the net and maybe it was a double hit by Michigan State, but the refs didn't call anything and they let the play continue.
Mayer back to serve, just over the net. Moser sets it here, and it comes back to Michigan State after blocked by Marquette, and Michigan State sends it back, and that's again Kelsey Culpers with the kill. And she goes out of the game right now and is replaced by Alexis Matthews.
Hate to correct you, Tom, but that's Kelsey Kuipers.
Kelsey Kuipers, yes,
yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, that I does look like an L, so.
And that's a serve. It goes out of bounds, actually. And it's going to be Marquette's serve. And here comes the force. Coker serves it. Michigan State. And Taylor Galloway with a huge kill. Slams it right down Marquette's throat.
Watch out. Oh, man. Marquette should be glad they stayed away from that one.
Taylor Galloway saying, it's not just Lauren Wazinski. I got the power, too.
Yeah.
Back set. Marquette. Lindsey Gosh, the big serve. Big back row attack. Taylor Galloway. Marquette. Blocked by Michigan State. And they get the point. Again, it is Matthews.
Great play during that volley, too, by Corey Moster, the libero. Made a nice diving play to keep the ball alive.
Maggie Halloran also went on that block. Galloway serves. Jezwowski. Gosh. And that's another point for Michigan State.
Couple miscues by Marquette hitting the net. You don't want to commit too many of these errors to let the game get away.
And Marquette calls the timeout. They need to get their composure back together. It's 13-7 right now. You're listening to ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. We're here at the Great Lakes Center.
Michigan State off to a hot start. Of course, we expected it from Lauren Wazinski, but also Kelsey Kuipers making some nice plays out there. As for Marquette, had a couple errors these last couple volleys. They need to cut down on the mental mistakes if they want to stay in the game.
They do. They seem to be a little bit rattled by the Spartans' size and power.
Right.
And they break the huddle and we're coming back to action. Marquette slapping each other, high fives, getting their composure back together. This is a good coach, well-coached team. Don't expect them to go away. But first they have to stop Taylor Galloway and Sparty. Here comes Galloway, jump serve, line drive, and it goes straight into the net. A service error, Marquette. Point. Lindsey Gosh is now serving.
Nice little break there that Marquette needed.
And Gosh, powerful jump serve, left hand line drive. Moser, the great dig. And Wazinski gets blocked, but still Michigan State sets it up. And over to Jezelinski. Taps it over. Michigan State keeps it alive. Tip. Marquette keeps it alive on their side. Jezewowski, back row attack. Gosh. Moser. Wazinski. Save. Still in play. Gosh. Back row attack. Moser again. Digs. Matthews tries to spike it, but she cannot. And that's a point for Marquette.
Great play by Megan Neiman. Elizabeth Koberstein on the double block. Tremendous volley on both sides.
13-9. Michigan State leading. Gosh, with a big serve, but it hits the net, and it's a point for Michigan State.
That kind of hurts. They were starting to get on a roll.
Yeah, after that crazy volley, that was very, very crucial.
Gosh, shaking it off, though.
Moser back to serve. Ace! Sparty! 15-9, Michigan State.
Great serve with a little spin. Looks like Catherine Mayer may have misread it a little bit.
Moser, the All-American, the libero in white, another jump serve. Jezerowski. Gosh, and now she can't, and they call it. Actually, that's a point for Marquette. It looks like Matthews may have touched the net right there. Or Jasmine White.
That's what I'm assuming it is.
And Marquette back to serve. Rachel Tier, the junior from California. Another huge kill right down the throat of Marquette.
I think I felt the ground rumble. Whew.
And Spartans laughing.
They know what she's capable of, that's why.
Well, the teams we've seen so far, we haven't seen a better player. Service mark. And Marquette hits it out of bounds too long. It's another point for Michigan State. They're starting to pull away, 17-10. Haley Peterson serving, and that's an ace for Sparty.
Misplay by Rachel Steer. Looks like she could have had a play on it, just went off the wrong part of her arm.
And timeout Marquette has two aces. The ace of spades, the ace of hearts. Two more, and they'll get four of a kind. Marquette, a quick timeout again, 18-10. Coach Szymanski calmly telling his team to keep it together.
No, you wonder what kind of strategy he has for stopping Lauren Wazinski. I mean, I don't think there's much you can do. She has a powerful spike, but, you know, obviously there's formations and stuff that you could use that could limit her ability somewhat, and I'm sure that's what he's going over right now is I'm trying to contain her.
Well, she loves coming up the left side.
Yeah, that's her spot.
Killing it right down the middle, so they need to put more maybe downsetters and put Jezewowski towards the middle, but it's tough with how powerful her serve is and how quick it gets down. And we're back in action, 18-10 Michigan State, and Peterson is serving. from Rockford, Michigan. Serves it over. And Gosh, block, and Michigan State turns it back over in 3. And there's going to be a point for Marquette.
I thought they were going to call a double hit on Wazinski. She hit it off the net and hit it again, but they didn't call it. But luckily Marquette, doesn't bother them, they get the point anyway.
Jezewowski back to serve. The libero played great all day today. Jump serve, little floater. Jezewowski takes care of it. And a huge double block by Marquette. That's Coker.
I think Coach Szymanski's pep talk's working off. Koken and Koberstein there on the double block. Great play.
And again, another kill by Marquette as they exploit the middle of this Michigan State defense. 19-12 right now.
They came out of that timeout fired up.
Koberstein back to serve. Moser, back set, blocked, and diving. Jezewowski can't get it. 20-12.
Great attempt by Jezewowski to try to save the play. It was out of bounds on the other side of the net near the post. Not much he could do with it.
She came halfway across the court and almost got there. Great effort. And unfortunately right now there's an ace right there. Jezewowski perhaps a little rattled from that last play. Couldn't handle the serve. Jasmine White for the Spartans. Serving, she is from Oshawa, Ontario. So they do play volleyball up in Canada. Perhaps not just hockey. Marquette tips it over. Galloway sets it up. Galloway blocked by Marquette. Jasmine White keeps it alive, but it goes out of bounds, and that's a point for Marquette as they pull within 10, 22-12 in set 1 of this matchup. Two great teams here. Mayer back to serve. Line drive serve. And that's going to be a point for Michigan State.
Kelsey Kuiper showing she has the power too.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned her name enough, but she has played very, very well in both matches. You just keep seeing Lauren Wazinski in there, but Kelsey Kuiper's right in the middle of the action. 23-12 right now. Back set. Lindsay Gosh, great dig. Moser, Galloway, kill for Michigan State, and they're 1 point away from taking set number 1.
Taylor Galloway with that kill. She had 289 of them last year. Kelsey Kuiper, as you mentioned her, 191. Two big scores for Michigan State.
Kristen Kelsey serving. This is for the set. And it's a Michigan State win, as it is Alexis Matthews with the powerful block. The middle blocker wins set 1 for Michigan State. They'll switch sides and come back to set 2. Michigan State wins 25-12. And you're listening to Chicago Sports Radio, and we'll be right back with more exciting volleyball.
Hi, my name is Mark Ward.
I'm Jason Canuck.
I'm Casey Canuck.
And we're the good guys on Sportstown Chicago. Hey guys, you like the Bears?
How about the Bulls?
Or just Chicago baseball?
Sorry, Fire fans. Ooh, and they are sorry. Well then, you've come to the right place, because we're going to rev you up for the Bears game.
Every Sunday morning from 10 to 12.
So grab your Bloody Mary or a hot cup of coffee.
And forget about what happened the night before, and let's talk some Chicago sports.
Right here on SportstownChicago.com.
It's an experience you'll never forget, my dearest true friend.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. Dad, what am I going to be when I grow up? A major league first baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Hey Chicago, it's Rufio here. People always ask me how I got my start in radio, and I tell them I'm an Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate. With the on-air and behind-the-scenes training I received, I was able to be placed in an internship at KISS FM, and now I'm on the air. Classes meet 3 times a week, day or night, and in just 1 year, you'll be on your way to a career in radio or TV. So go to beonair.com/career for more information. Don't wait. Enroll now at beonair.com/career.
Welcome back for set number 2 between the Spartans of Michigan State and the Golden Eagles of Marquette. Very exciting first set, won by Michigan State 25-12, but the Marquette Golden Eagles will try to get their composure back as they serve first. Switching sides. And there's a point from Marquette to start it off.
Yeah, that was number 8, Ebony Scott. That's the first we've mentioned of her for Michigan State. Freshman out of Powhatan, Virginia.
Serve from Marquette. And Wisnowski sends it. Great dig over there by Jezowowski. Sends it back over the net. Set. Galloway tips it over. Back. And there's a block by Marquette, and they get the call. And Nick.
Jackie Koken, we've been talking about her the whole day. She's been handling the middle very well. Blocks and spikes.
Back to serve. Moser. Set, and a huge block, and a huge kill for Alexis Matthews. The middle blocker, 6'3", the junior from Detroit. 2-1 Spartans early on in the second set. Galloway serves, and it goes out of bounds. That's going to be a point from Marquette. They lead 3-1. Substitutions coming in. Mayer will serve for Marquette. They're off to a good start. Can they keep it going? Serve over. Received by Galloway. Set it up. Here comes Wazinski, and a huge kill right down the middle. Again, she keeps exploiting the middle of that Marquette defense.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Szymanski can find an answer to her.
Not sure if any coach could.
No, I certainly couldn't.
Moser serving over Matthews, and that's going to be a point for Marquette as Matthews touched the net. Four to 2 right now for Marquette. Jackie Koken serving. And
wow.
Daddy. Lauren Wazinski again, right down the middle.
Right at the feet of Jackie Koken. Nothing she could do about it. Too hard, too low. And now she goes to the sidelines.
Michigan State serving again. Gosh, sends that, tips it over, and a great dig by Moser. That's why she's an All-American. Back row hit by Taylor Galloway. And there's another block by Michigan State. This time it is Jasmine White. And the Spartans have evened things up 4 to 4. And Hallie Patterson now serving. Back set, Lindsey Gosh, and she hits it right into the, and that's going to be a point for Marquette. Looked like she hit it right into the net, but apparently not. Gosh back to serve. Golden Eagles lead 5-4 in second set. Big, powerful serve. Galloway receives it. Matthews touched it over, blocked by Marquette. Marquette scrambling, gets the ball. And unfortunately, they cannot get it to go. The kill set out of bounds.
Great effort by Marquette trying to keep it alive. Casey Reed got a good hit on it, just unfortunately the wrong direction and out of bounds.
And here comes Wazinski again with that powerful serve, but it's out of bounds, and that's going to be a point from Marquette. Perhaps they can gain a little momentum. 6-5. Here comes some substitutions, and here comes Steer.
Lehman and Steer back in for the Golden Eagles.
The Californian serves, sets. Taylor Galloway with a cut and a kill. Michigan State point.
Great approach. He was facing towards the middle of the court and then just all of a sudden made nice turn as she jumped and hit it along the baseline. It stayed in.
Now Michigan State from California to Ontario, and both servers from both teams from both different parts of the countries and different countries, Canada and California. They both hit it out of bounds, side out. Marquette gets the serve. Jezowski. Received by Galloway, back row. Here comes Galloway again. Tipped over by Marquette. Galloway. Tipped. And it's going to be a point for Michigan State as Galloway dinks it over the Marquette middle blockers.
Nice use of deception there by Taylor Galloway.
Yeah, she's really been pounding the ball, and she used a little bit of a decoy there, and it worked to her advantage. And there's a huge kill right there for the Golden Eagles.
Aaron Lehman with a nice spike, cross-court spike from the left side. That's her specialty.
8-7 right now, and here comes the serve. Received by Galloway, open hands. That's an ace. And they could not return it.
Taylor Galloway, yeah, it was ball was right at her chest, and she had a hard time deciphering where she should overhand or underhand bump it, and she couldn't get a hold of it.
Caught in between.
Exactly.
Stuck in the middle.
Yep.
Galloway. Marquette has control. Sends it over back to the net. Wazinski gets it, set it up, blocked by Marquette. Back to Michigan State. And a great dig by Marquette. Marquette setting it up. They send it back over, set up, and there is a nice little, a nice little dink by Jasmine White. And they returned it, but then Jasmine White blocked it right down the middle again. A lot of stuff going on right there.
That was Alexis Matthews on the point, by the way.
And there's another big block by Alexis Matthews and a double block with Lauren Wazinski.
2 good plays in a row from Alexis Matthews. She's manned the middle very well. Or should I say womaning the middle?
Woman in the middle. Well, she's
a woman in the middle.
She's fun to watch.
Yeah, she's having a great game.
And there's a point for Marquette as they cannot return the serve. The Spartans can't. Well, again, on Matthews is she's just very fun to watch. I apologize for a couple volleys ago.
266 kills for her last year.
She's all over the place.
4th on the team.
And there is a kill for Marquette. 12-8 Marquette right now.
Lindsey Gosh keeping her team in it with the crucial spike. They needed that point big time.
Mayer back to serve for the Golden Eagles. She serves from the back center line, right in the middle. Line drive serve over. Galloway receives it, set up for Lauren Wazinski, and they block it. And then Marquette controls it. Set it up, and it's going to be a kill for Marquette. Very nicely done. Timeout, Michigan State. 13-8, Marquette.
Yeah, Michigan State, they got off to a hot start, and then it got kind of even there. Marquette trying to hang in there with a couple plays.
Well, certainly Michigan State, after winning that last game 25-12, Marquette responding 13-8. Here's a little fun fact on Kathy George, coach from Michigan State. She was on the 1980 U.S. Olympic team in Lake Placid, where obviously, do you believe in miracles? The U.S. hockey team
US hockey
defeating the Soviet Union.
Mike Eruzione in the crew.
So she helped. Perhaps she helped, or she probably witnessed Mike Eruzione.
Yeah. Certainly both teams here have very good experience coaching.
And what an experience that would have been at the Olympics for Coach George.
Oh, I imagine.
Back in play, and it's going to be a kill for Matthews.
She's been hot.
She's been on a roll for this game, that is for sure. 13-9, Moser, the All-American libero, back to serve, wearing the white jersey, number 1. And she serves that crafty little serve, just goes out of bounds, though. That's going to be a point for Marquette.
Yeah, a little too much spin on it and end up taking a curve out of bounds. No big deal.
Koken back to serve. And side out. 14-10.
Probably not what you want if you're Coach Szymanski. The Spartans come into service there. You don't want to return it with one of your own.
Marquette, they want to hang in there. They need to eliminate the mental mistakes. Serving right now, and Gosh comes back in a powerful serve, but what a great dig by Moser. And Moser sends it back over, but it's going to be a point for Michigan State because that was the 4th hit.
Lauren Wazinski just a little off on the timing.
Gosh, with a powerful, powerful spike earlier on in that rally. Really flustered the Michigan State defense, and she serves again. And there's a point for Michigan State, as it is Jasmine White from the left outside.
Went off the hand of Catherine Mayer. Good chance it would have went out of bounds had she not touched it, but it was too close to call, and she was too far up front in the court to really tell.
And here comes Wazinski. Power serve, line drive, received by Wazinski. And there's, just out of bounds, point Michigan State. Gosh tried to get the kill in the back row, but could not. 15-12, Michigan State here in set number 2. They lead it 1-0. Wazinski again, just barely over the net. Mayer to Gosh. Taps it over the net. Galloway, great dig. Marquette keeps it alive. White. And that's going to be a point for Michigan State, as it is Kelsey Culpers. The powerful kill right there.
Yeah, Lindsey Gosh did a terrific job blocking. Unfortunately, it just went the wrong way on her. But a great volley on both sides.
Wazinski almost standing at the bench when she starts to begin her serve. Serve comes up. Oh, and that's a real easy kill. She caught Jasmine White off guard.
Great play by Elizabeth Koberstein, using the element of surprise there.
Jasmine White was not expecting that. Looks like she was a little lost on the play. And Marquette exploited that. And it's Rachel Tier. And there's a kill for Michigan State, as it's Jasmine White. She makes up for that last error. And right now she goes out of the game, gets a high five from her teammates. And number 7, Rhiannon Hubbard, comes into the game, and she will be serving. The sophomore from Battle Creek, Michigan. And then the serve that's going to be a point for Michigan State, as Marquette could not handle the serve.
Marquette slowly fighting and clawing their way back in this thing. They're only down 1.
16-15. Here comes a serve from Hubbard. Jizowski receives it. Set. Gosh comes down, and that's a powerful kill. Lindsey Gosh. Oh my gosh, what a kill.
Great play by Lindsey Gosh, getting a point at the perfect time.
Jizowski now serving for Marquette. 17-15. Received. Here comes Galloway. Good dig by Gosh. Galloway sets it back over in the corners. Great. Marquette keeping it alive, and they get the kill. Wow, nice volley and recovery by Marquette.
Aaron Lehman, just a freshman, had 315 kills for Marquette this year. That's 4th on the team. A terrific player.
Very quick to recover, Marquette was in that last volley. Michigan State almost had him a couple times. And Marquette again. And it's back over to Marquette, and Marquette saves it over again. Here comes, and she tips it over the net to Wisnowski, and Rianne Hubbard gets it, and she just tips it. And barely off Koken's hand. Michigan State gets the point. Things have heated up right now. Marquette's cheering themselves on, saying, let's go. We need to win this thing. Michigan State serves. Sets it. And there's a big kill cross court from number 5, Aaron Lehman, the freshman from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Aaron Lehman making the big plays when her team needs it. That's 2 of them that within the last couple minutes have been huge for Marquette.
Serves it. Michigan State receives. And there she is, Alexis Matthews.
She's continuing her superb play. Nice little surprise move there on the second touch. Marquette expecting the set, didn't get it.
Galloway back to serve. Back set. Lehman, the nice little teardrop. Woohoo! Like Derrick Rose.
They caught Corey Moster, the libero, a little too far back, and they got it right in front of her. She just couldn't reach.
And Mayer back to serve right now. Things are getting heated up. Michigan State adjusts their rotation. And there is a point for Marquette as they were ready for Matthews right there. 3 middle blockers right in front of her. Nothing they can do. Slam down, point Marquette. They lead by 4, 21-17. Here comes the serve. Wisnowski sets it up. And that's another block for Marquette.
This front line for Marquette. Coker, Reed, and couldn't see who else the other one was, but they're doing a terrific job. Yeah, everybody's there making plays big time.
And a timeout by Michigan State. And oh boy, Mike, Marquette has really, really adjusted since that first set.
Yeah, and one thing too, I think they found an answer to Lauren Wazinski. You haven't seen her get too many spikes. She's had some opportunities, but they've held up with some very good defense. You haven't seen her dominate this game too much. I think Coach Szymanski finally found an answer to her.
Yeah, well, you can see that they definitely are recognizing she's attacking the middle. They're putting 2 blockers up against her, and they're blocking a lot of her, Matthews, and White's, and even Taylor Galloway's.
Yeah, I was about to say Alexis Matthews had a terrific game. They finally stopped her those last couple possessions, too.
Marquette 3 points away from taking this set and evening it up at 1-1. Very, very exciting contest here. 22-17 as they come back from timeout.
Yeah, Marquette has really responded here. I'm very impressed with their play right now.
Kathy George sends out her team, and Mayer is back to serve. Marquette received by Galloway. Here comes Wazinski. She tries to dink it over the net. Marquette doesn't fall for it. Moser back to Wazinski. Power kill. Does not work. And there's a monster kill by Megan Lehman again. Or, excuse me, it's Lindsay. Gosh. Everyone's getting in the action for the Golden Eagles. They're flying like eagles.
It's like you said, everybody coming through and making the big play when they need it.
Mayer back to serve again, 23-17. Jasmine White. Oh, and an unfortunate miscue by Jezikowski as she kicks the ball. She could not receive the spike by Matthews, and that's going to be a point for Michigan State. She's mad at herself, but she shakes it off.
Yeah, she's smiling it off.
Moser back to serve, the All-American. Back set, Lehman. Moser, great dig to save it. White sends it back over. And there's a big kill, and it gets past the All-American.
Lindsay, gosh, I'm telling you, her and Aaron Lehman, they've been handling the outside spots brilliantly today.
Moser couldn't get that one. Was out a little bit out of position. Michigan State a little bit rattled here. Set point 24-18, and it's Koch in the serve. Moser receives it. Here comes Wazinski, and Wazinski answers. Sparty gets a point, 24-19.
Been a while since we'd seen that, Tom.
It's been a while since we've called her name, the All-American. And it's Hallie Peterson back to serve, trying to keep Michigan State alive. Different offensive rotation right now, and that is a point for Michigan State. It's an ace right on the line.
Very close. I was Marquette. I probably would have let that bounce too, because that looked for sure like it was going to go out of bounds.
Just spinned right back in. All right, service 24-20. And here it comes. Tips it over the net. Wisnowski recovers. Here comes Wisnowski again, and they block it. And it's a point for Michigan State.
Gosh had good timing and tried to block it. Just unfortunately when it hit her arms, it landed back on her side of the court.
Peterson back to serve. 24-21. Trying to keep him in the game. Moser. And there's a block by the Spartans again, as it's Kolpers and Wisniewski.
Now it's getting interesting. They're starting to fight back.
It's a 2-point game in set number 2. Michigan State leads at 1-0. Serve over, just barely over the net. Marquette keeps it alive, sends it over. Moser sets it, and a tip by Matthews. Marquette keeps it alive. And there's a kill by Lauren Wisniewski. 24-23, the Spartans on a furious rally.
Wazinski with the kill. Jezierowski was there to get the dig, but unfortunately the ball stayed too low for anybody else from Marquette to reach for it.
And Moser and Wisniewski are just, that's why they're All-Americans, showing it right now as Coach Szymanski takes a timeout as they're on a furious run, 24-23, and they still retain serve. Boy, oh boy, the Spartans come back in a mighty way.
Just when we thought they were down and out, here they come fighting back. They were down, I think it was either 5 or 6, and they come out with 4 straight points, and now they're only down 1. And you got Lauren Wazinski starting to answer back again with some kills. Who knows how this game could end up?
Peterson, serve, Galloway, Moser, Wisniewski, White, and Kolpers on the floor for Michigan State. Here comes the serve, 24-23 Marquette. Sends it back over the net. Moser sets it for Wisniewski again, and a power kill. We got a tie ball game. Wisniewski, she is fired up, pumping her fists in the air like she's Tiger Woods.
She's starting to take over.
And Michigan State going for the lead on a 7-0 run. Peterson, the serve again. Jesnowski receives it. And a little dig. Great job by Moser to keep that alive. Matthews sends it over. Jesnowski. Gosh, tips it over. White. Wazinski! And that is a point for Michigan State. It barely stays in. I think it went off the hand of Jesnowski. And it's 25-24. The Spartans have rallied all the way back, and they can win it with this point right now.
What a player Lauren Wazinski is. She is taking over at the right time.
And there's a serve, just goes over the net. Here we go. There's Gosh trying, and Gosh keeps it alive for the Marquette. It's 25-25. Lindsey Gosh keeps it alive.
That was huge. Lindsey Gosh really needed to make a big play for her team at that moment.
And Gosh gets his back to serve to take the lead possibly for Marquette. Michigan State in the ready stance. Wisniewski receives the serve. Back set. Wisniewski. Marquette controls. And there's a kill for Marquette. They take the lead. That's number 17, Megan Neiman.
Freshman middle hitter out of Jackson, Wisconsin. We haven't heard her much today. She's been in our lineup. Big play.
Gosh, now serving for the set. Big serve. Moser receives it. Wisniewski back set. Wisniewski out of there. That's another kill by Wisniewski. Showing why she's an All-American, maybe the best player here today.
That's got to be, what, 4 points in a row for her.
She has been on a tear, and it is 26-26. Powerful serve by her. Received by Marquette. Sends it back over, and another great save by Wisniewski. Taylor Galloway just pokes it over. Galloway again, and it is blocked by Marquette, and successfully for a point for the Golden Eagles. And now we have a discussion. Taylor Galloway, or excuse me, Moser is talking to the official. And right now, we're having a line judge go talk with the official. Communication going on. Coaches are going to talk to the official. You're not sure what right now. There was a furious reaction, but Kathy George saw something she didn't like.
Yeah, both coaches, and now...
and they changed the point to Marquette.
Oh, wow.
Wow, and Kathy George is livid.
Even the assistant coach for Bradley, who's acting as one of the judges, came and had a word with the ref.
Wow, what a change of events. They take the point away, and now Marquette is serving for the set to tie this match up. Serve over, Moser receives it. Galloway, Marquette, cross court, Moser, Wisniewski just over the net, Jezowski, set, gosh! And what a play by Wisniewski to dig it back over.
Great
Moser. And there's a kill for Michigan State. Kelson Culpers, 27-27. Oh, what a job by Wisniewski to dig that one out, send it back over to keep the Spartans alive.
What a special player Lauren Wisniewski is.
Whew. And Rhiannon Hubbard, 27-27, trying to get the lead. Serves from the left corner. Line drive serve. Barely can get it as Marquette. Jezowski sets it up, and Michigan State, here it comes. Taylor Galloway tips it over. Sets it up. Here comes Lindsey Gosh. And this dig, and it's going to be a point for Marquette as Michigan State could not get control of the little dink right there, and it's 28-27.
Just out of the reach of Rhiannon Hubbard, she go for it.
Marquette can win the set right now with the libero serving. Jezowski serves in the corner. Taylor Galloway receives it. Here comes Galloway in the kill, and she exploits the open area for a Michigan State point, tied at 28. Alexis Matthews comes into the game for the Spartans. A little more size. She's got her hands up towards the net. Kristen Kelsey serving for the Spartans. And a great dig by Wisniewski, and there is a point for Marquette, though, as they block the return. Again.
Wisniewski showing some awesome defense with a couple nice digs. Unfortunately, no one there for Michigan State to knock it back over.
Marquette serving for the win. Galloway serves it, and a great dig by Marquette. Jezowski sends it back over. Wisniewski. Backside attack, and there is a point for Michigan State. Controversial call. Wisniewski, a backside attack, hits it. Line judge says it's in bounds.
Yeah, Marquette, the bench for Marquette trying to say it was out from my angle. It looked like that ball stayed in.
Yeah, Marquette not happy with the call, but it's tied up regardless. Here comes Galloway with a serve, received by Marquette. Galloway again, over on Marquette's side. Here comes Wisniewski, great dig. Marquette sets it up. Here comes and it's and it's just out of bounds. Point Michigan State. Gosh, could not get it to stay in bounds, and Michigan State now finally serving for the win, and it's Galloway. And Coach Shemansky's going to take a timeout for Marquette. 30-29, and it's exciting set two. Can't ask for more exciting volleyball here on ChicagoSportsRadio.com.
Yeah, we've had some close calls. I mean, we had a little controversy near the net with the referees where he ended up reversing a call. But Lauren Wisniewski from Michigan State, I'm telling you, putting up all those, I believe it was 4 points in a row, had a couple great game-saving digs. I mean, offensively, defensively, she does it all.
She has single-handedly kept Michigan State in this game since the comeback.
You're not kidding.
And now, returning from timeout, Galloway will try to serve for the win. It's Galloway, Kolpers, Moser, Wisniewski, Matthews, and Hubbard on the floor. And there's a tricky little serve. Marquette handles it, though. And there's a kill for Marquette, and they tie it back up. This game just won't end, and we don't want it to. Lindsay Gosh.
Lindsay Gosh, she's one of the few that has an answer to Lauren Wazinski.
Mayer back to serve. Tied at 30. Sends it over, received by Galloway. Set it up. Here comes Wazinski, and there's a kill. She cannot be stopped. Too big, too strong, too fast.
Jeziorowski, the libero, was the one she hit it to. Just barely unable to control it.
Moser for the serve. This will be for the win. And Michigan State sends it back over. Marquette has it. Sets it up for Gosh. Blocked by Michigan State. Michigan State, Marquette controls it. There's a block. And it's a point for Michigan State, and they finally get it, and they win the set 32-30. Oh, what a play. The double block by Jasmine White and Alexis Matthews just barely beating Marquette. Oh, wow.
Guess who else was there? Lauren Wazinski.
Well, who else? Who else? What a set. Michigan State comes back from 24-18. And they win set number 2, 32-30, and one of the best sets we've seen, the best set we've seen all day. And they lead it 2-0. And you are listening to ChicagoSportsRadio.com. We'll be right back with set number 3.
Are you looking for a place to get all your AHL news? Then tune in Wednesdays from 4 to 6 and listen to the Chicago Hockey Connection on SportsTownChicago.com. We will talk about the Chicago Wolves and the Rockford IceHogs. Analyze every goal, save, and win for both teams, including exclusive interviews of coaches and players and much, much more. Again, CHC airs Wednesdays from 4 to 6 on SportsTownChicago.com. And be sure to like us on Facebook at Facebook.com/Chicago Hockey Connection to get all your hockey updates.
As the baseball season wears on, you may wonder what the manager of your team is thinking.
How many pots have you smoked?
And think that you can do a better job.
Hell yeah!
Well, Wednesdays from 10 to 1 on SportsTownChicago.com, you can tell Rick and Ian of the Sports Hump what you do if you were in charge.
I'm going to give you a promotion. Welcome aboard, Mr. Manager.
Wow, I'm Mr. Manager.
Well, manager. We just say manager.
Who should start, come out of the pen, pinch hit?
What team does Ron Jeremy play for?
Double switches and more. So for the best baseball talk from Rick, Ian, and you, the listener, tune into the Sports Hump Wednesdays from 10 to 1 on SportsTownChicago.com.
Do people tell you that you have a good voice? Do you like music? Are you unhappy with your current job? If you answered yes to any of these questions, call the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard now at 630-916-1700. Or visit our website at beonair.com to find out how you can get started in an exciting career in radio and television broadcasting. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting offers hands-on training and radio and TV internships while you're attending school. Whether you want to be on the air or behind the scenes, a career in broadcasting awaits you. Call now to schedule a tour of our school and meet with our radio and television instructors. Our day and evening classes are filling up fast, so call today at 630-916-1700. We even offer job placement assistance after you graduate. Call the Illinois Center for Broadcasting at 630-916-1700 or visit our website at beonair.com. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting...
Okay, and we're coming back to you on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, and we've just been notified that this match is over. Michigan State wins it 2-0. They will not play best of 5 because of time constraints, so Michigan State moves on, and we'll be right back on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.